Ross, it's a 0-0 draw today against Telford. It's hard to sum up the thoughts after that one. One, because on one hand, if your glass is half full, we've kept a clean sheet and we've got what is a good point against a very good Telford team. I thought who were battling for the playoffs. If your glass is half empty, there's the fact that we've had a goal chalked off for offside. We've had a couple of penalty shouts and we've created some good chances we've not been able to quite put away. Are you a glass half full person or glass half empty today?
Not sure. I think reflection of the game, I thought first half it wasn't great. Although we're still in the game, we're well in the game. I thought we had more levels and more gears to go through. But to go 0-0 against a really good Telford team is important. But I thought we had so much more to give. We looked a bit passive and there's not enough voice on the pitch. Now, second half, the boys changed it. We got into them a little bit and it was much better. We've had a decent chance with Matty in the box. We've had an offside chalked off. We've had a penalty claim where Ashby gets booked. But yeah, for me, there's loads of legs on Ashby dangling. Is tight, close quarters. He gets booked. There's two penalty shouts on their side that don't get given. So for me, it's got to be a yellow card then. If it's not a penalty, it must be a dive. But yeah, I think the game was end to end at the end. I think we went for it and we was on the front foot, and I thought the team was going to get something out of it. But first half a little bit slow again, so we've got to look at why. But we've had a really good golden chance that's been chalked off, and another one where we just look at the video there, and the lino is 2 yards behind. So sort of similar feeling to South Shields, a counter attack, good counter attack, a ball in behind down the side, and a great finish tonight from Parks. And we just need some of these decisions to go our way, but Lionel's clearly not up to play. So for me, I'm really frustrated. But Telford, they were a strong team. They worked hard and they made us work. So that's what good teams do. But we had to stick in there. We had to change shape, change a bit of personnel, freshened it up, and I thought the boys who stepped in done really well. So clean sheet, really positive. I thought. First half we need to look at because I think we still started a bit slow, but second half was much better.
Yeah, Saturday, you'd have been looking for a reaction. Sounds like you got that today. Maybe had to wait 45 minutes for it, but second half, I thought we were really good. I thought it was an even game. But like you said, both teams were pushing at the end. It was an end-to-end game. But when you look back at it, Max Metcalf's not really had a save to make. And if you actually look at the balance of chances, we didn't just have the better chances in the match overall, but we probably might have just nicked one.
Yeah, I don't think Max has done anything really, which is really good. If the goalie's quiet, the back line doing something good. But Stenson's a good player. We're to manage him, and he wriggled through a couple of times. Good players will. But I thought Aaron and Charlie, dealt with him much better this time. At their place, I thought he was really good, and he caused us many problems. But I think we learned our lessons from last time. He's a top striker, and we had to really be on our game. So there's some tricky wingers we knew we had to defend against, but overall, I thought it was quite an even game. I thought they were probably better first half. And I think we were probably better second half, going for it a bit more and put more pressure on them and being in their half and getting down the sides and counter-attacking. So on reflection, probably a fair point. Although, some of these decisions we need to go our way at times. And I don't think you can give a decision if you're 2 yards behind play. So, that was probably frustrating. But overall, the boys, we want the reaction. We slowly got a reaction. Definitely second half, much better. We stuck in it and got a fair point.
Yeah, we're still fighting for everything. It might seem a little bit doom and gloom if you look at the scores around the National League North today. I don't know if you have or not. But how important is it to think that, there's no point in doing that because our destiny is still in our own hands. And that is ever more so on Saturday as we go to Kings Lynn. Overall, we'll be buoyed by that today going into that one. And I imagine that's one that we really can't wait for.
100%. We said Saturday that it was disappointing. We wanted Tuesday to come around quickly and put it right. We were so close today to put it right and get 3 points. On another day, the flag doesn't go up and we take the 3 points. But sometimes you don't get the luck, and we've had a few goals chalked off and a few points missing based on decisions. But I think overall, taking the referee decisions out of the way, Ashby gets his yellow, takes his second yellow, and it's tactical. So I know he's getting pelted from the side, but it was a tactical one. So good maturity from him. But on the flip side, I think there's definitely opportunities for us to improve and get better. So A little bit of work to do on Thursday to look at the game and pick it apart. And boys should be in really good spirits leading into Kings Lynn now.
Yeah, 2 reds in the game for kind of stopping breakaways. A little bit frustrating though, because they had a lot of yellow cards and a lot of fouls tactically as well right at the end, because we're playing on the edge. Matty Taylor came on and added a little bit of that as well, and we had players running off him. It's difficult, isn't it? Because I thought that was a good team performance today, and they battled for that 0-0. And I think it's really, you need to think at the league table and look at Telford, because they're a very good team. I actually thought they were one of the better teams to come here this season. Not many teams are going to get a point against them this year. Never mind all three. So we have to keep going, don't we?
Yeah, they're a good team. We fully respected them before the game. We understand their strengths and weaknesses, but last time we played them, we were really off it. So we needed to make sure we changed that. We managed some of their key players, which was really good. We stressed some of their players, which is good. We had a reaction. We've got big games coming up, but we can't focus on what other teams are doing. I thought today was a much better display, clean sheet. We tweaked a few bits and pieces during the game and personnel, and I thought that worked really well, and the boys who came on affected us. And that's what they've got to do. The boys who are not starting might start next week or the week after, but if you're called upon, you've got to be ready, and I thought the boys done really well today. So if we can get a few boys back from injury, that'd be great. We've got a few key players out that we can get back. We strengthen the squad. But we're not a million miles away. I think we need to keep building. But definitely some bits we need to look at. That was a good performance, but still bits we need to pick apart. But a solid point at home. I thought the crowd were brilliant as well, I must say. Really noticeable in the second half, getting behind us. And the players feed off it, and they can definitely see that they gave us another 10% to go and get the winner. So, big credit to the fans today to get behind us and banging the boards and making a real noise, because from the side, I could definitely notice it.
Final one for me, which you've alluded to a little bit. Injuries and kind of where we are. So before the game, DJ Sturridge, Ewan Clark and Zach McEachran doing a little bit of running. Maybe if you joined in the warm-up as well, I'm not sure. And it was really good to see Isaac Westendorf there as well. I didn't quite see him until the end, but it's great to have him back in the building as well, isn't it?
Brilliant, great character, infectious, brings a smile to everyone, and really good to see him in the dressing room. We've missed him. He's a great part to our team. He brings different attributes and a different character and a different type of profile and player to our squad. We're going to miss him, but to see him today supporting the boys was massive. And I think every single person, member of staff and player, gave him a big hug, and rightly so, because it's never nice being injured. It's difficult times on your own at times, but he's a great character, strong character, and he'll be back even better.
And what about the other three? How are we with them? Zach, DJ, and Ewan. We're going to be closer because last time I've spoken to you. But how close are we? Maybe.
Yeah, much better results. We've had some good feedback on all three, so really positive. Now it's just getting them back on the pitch, getting them used to the load and stressing them a little bit. But for them to be doing the running, the warm up, the extras, it just shows how close they are. So day by day they're getting better, and once they do get back fit, they will add to the squad. So really positive. We need to make sure we get off injured boys back on as soon as possible to make sure they strengthen us and add competition. But yeah, really good to see them all three of them back on the pitch running and working hard.
Ross, thanks very much for your time. Well done today.
Cheers.